This was meant to be our very first YouTube video, but then life happened. Hosting season arrived, guests came and went, Lorenzo was working full time, and somehow this little video just sat in our hard drive. Until now, that is. So pour yourself a glass of what you fancy and come with us to discover the wines of this lesser known region of Tuscany. This was mainly filmed last autumn. We've added a few touches, but we believe it's just as magical today. Many people on their first trip to Tuscany dream of visiting a vineyard and tasting the local wine. Not far from our home base in Vicopisano, and just under 40 minutes from the city of Pisa, there is a charming, lesser-known wine region nestled in the Pisan Hills, known as the Strada del Vino delle Colline Pisane.
Ciao ragazzi, benvenuti a Terricciola. Welcome to Terichola, which is a small village in the countryside of Pisa, half an hour from Vicopisano. You can see behind me this beautiful countryside. Today we're going to take you around a little trip to show you our beautiful area with this fantastic producing wine in province of Pisa, isn't it, Mary?
That's correct, yes. So we're so excited to be able to show you this region. It's famous for its wine producers. There's approximately 25 in the area, and most of them are family owned, and all of them work with complete passion. I think it's safe to say that most of them work organically as well. So obviously we don't have time to introduce you to all 25 wine producers today, but we're going to introduce you to 2 or 3, and you're going to see how they work and get introduced to their wines. So come with us, because I think you're really going to be surprised with this area. It's a really beautiful area.
Andiamo a vedere.
Andiamo. Ciao. A typical wine tour will start with a warm welcome from the wine producer. They will personally share their journey into winemaking, in addition to sharing unique stories behind each type of wine they produce. It's an intimate experience rather than a tour that truly brings the world of Tuscan wine to life.
We are a family business, so I'm part of the family as well. And the winery is pretty young. We started in 2003 when we planted the vineyard for the first time, and we built the cellar. So it's only 20 years that we make wine.
Make wet the skin again, So we want to take the liquid from the bottom and put again on the top. So we will also mix the liquid, and we will change also a little bit the temperature of all the beans.
Aiuto.
If you can smell, you don't have a bad smell.
I think it's safe to say that most people really look forward to the actual wine tasting all the different wines from the different producers. And it's quite amazing to see how diverse the procedure of making wine is, even in one small little region. Some of the wineries here are very, very traditional, using traditional methods that have been passed down through generations, whereas others have totally embraced a more modern approach. Either way, both of them work with complete passion, and it's an absolute delight to taste all the different wines, and they're all different. So I suggest that you go to more than one winery.
With the Sangiovese, it's more typical to use in a blend. But I like sometimes to make also 100% just to try. It's a wine that you can drink fresh.
Tuscany is world renowned for its red wines, particularly made with the iconic Sangiovese grape, which brings out rich, bold flavours. But the region also produces excellent white wines like Vermentino, a perfect choice for an aperitivo as it's light and refreshing. And of course, then there's a delicious Vin Santo, a sweet dessert wine with a rich, deep flavour, usually accompanied by almond biscuits known as cantoncini. When you visit local wineries, the producers are always eager to walk you through the entire winemaking process, explaining the grapes, the methods, and the unique characteristics of each wine you taste. It's a great way to deepen your appreciation for Tuscan wines. Now here's the thing, even if you don't drink wine, the landscape in this part of Tuscany is definitely worth exploring. In fact, we think the countryside here is just as beautiful as some of those iconic Tuscan spots that you see in all the magazines. Only here, you won't be queuing behind a line of influencers for that special photograph. And sometimes, if you're lucky, a winery will be hosting a special dinner in the vines. We've been fortunate enough to attend a few over the years, and so have some of our guests. But we won't give too much away in this video because we will be going to one of those dinners very soon. And of course, we'll be taking you along with us. So here we are back in Vicopisano. Now that's a good thing because if you're staying here in Vicopisano, it means that you can still have a great wine experience without having to rent a car and drive into the countryside. So I'm standing outside of Casa Colombo, which is where we live, and right next door we have a wine bar, enoteca. So this is enoteca 88, so that's enoteca 88. And here you can have a great wine experience. Also, the guys here, they do food, so they do wine pairings, and they often have some great events going on as well. So I'm going to introduce you to Lisa. The wine bar is run by Lisa and Ivan, but Ivan isn't very well today, the day I chose to video, so it's just the girls tonight. So it's Lisa and myself, so I'm going to introduce you to her, and she can tell you a little bit more about when they started and about the local wines here. Buonasera! Ciao Lisa! Buonasera! Oh, so here we are. Here's Lisa, the owner of the wine bar, the Enoteca. So I'm just going to ask her a few little questions. So if you do come and stay in Vicopisano, you'll know exactly where to find her. So Lisa, I was just saying, how long have you been here now exactly?
We start this business in September 2023.
Wow.
Because me and my husband, we was a very fan of wine. We have a very big passion. So we decided to buy this place and to start with and make the wine became our work.
Wow.
Before it was just a passion. Now it's a passion and a work together. So we have the opportunity to let people know which big experience, a great experience is the wine in Italy.
What are people drinking now here in Tuscany in the summer? Is there a favorite wine, or what would you recommend to one of our guests, for example?
Allora, my recommendation is to start with Vermentino.
Vermentino.
This is Vermentino. This is Vermentino from Bolgheri. So one of my favorite. It's a dry white wine, no sparkling, got some citrus flavor, very interesting, yellow fruit inside your mouth, amazing.
Wow.
And then flower, so you will fall in love for this because it's great with a lot of food in summer, just with fish too, and we goes on a temperature just about 10 or 12 degrees. So it will be perfect for your summer.
Wow, that's great. In fact, that's my favorite summer wine. Well, Lisa knows that because I do pop in here along with rosé as well. But anyway, would that change, Lisa? So if somebody was here in the winter, would you recommend the Vermentino to them? Or? No. Okay.
In winter, for example, in white wine, my first advice is always Vernaccia.
Vernaccia.
This is just a basic Vernaccia, but very good. It's biodynamic, and this is from San Gimignano, and it's a totally different kind of white wine. It's full of minerality. It's full of deep structure, a deep sip inside your mouth, and then it's perfect. Also with some mix. I can say the strongest white wines we produce in Tuscany.
Okay. So, Lisa, would there be any other wines you would recommend for the summer? I
Yes.
see you've got something in your hand.
Rosé.
Rosé. We love rosé.
This is another lovely choice for summer. In the last 3 years, rosé production has grown so much because Italians love to drink something fresh, floral, and then very with a good structure too. That's the most interesting things, because it's not like a white grapes, not made with white grapes, but it's made usually with a blend of white and rosé, or and red too, sorry, or just all red, for example.
like
this is made in
Sangiovese.
Terricciola in Castelvecchio, and it's just a lovely blend of different kind of grapes. And then the temperature is just the same of the white, 10 degrees, and you can drink it with every kind of aperitif that you're gonna have in summer. So
Wonderful.
perfect.
And what about reds? Because I've noticed that especially a lot of visitors from overseas, they seem to favour red wines, and they think Tuscany is only about red
It's
wines.
a land of red
Yes.
wine. We know we have an amazing Sangiovese that is like our best kind of grapes, and it's very generous because it gives us Chianti Classico, and some Morellino, Brunello di Montalcino. They are all made with Sangiovese base. And in winter, what we recommend is just to go on a very structured red Sangiovese. I can say the best match for every kind of winter food.
So Lisa, thank you so much for your insight. And I know no, Lisa's English is excellent. So there you have it. You've met Lisa, and next time you're in Vicopisano, we highly recommend that you come here for a glass of wine and also something to eat as well. It's a great location right in the historic centre, and the service and hospitality, of course, and the wines are amazing. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed this little glimpse into our wine country. There's so much more to come, and we'd love to have you with us for the journey. Let us know in the comments if you've ever tasted Tuscan wine, or if you dream of joining us on a wine tour one day. See you soon, and until then, chin chin from our little corner of Tuscany.